Ancestral operating systems, rebooting with timeless wisdom. The most profound tools for building a new future are not new at all. They are ancient, tested by time, and were left for us by awakened ancestors who faced similar cycles of control and liberation. This episode is an opening of long sealed libraries, a collection of instruction manuals for the soul that provide a blueprint for inner sovereignty and outer freedom. These traditions, from the Stoics of Greece and the prophets of the Bible to the indigenous nations of the land and the scholars of Mesopotamia, all point to a similar truth, that the path to freedom begins with a radical shift in perception and a return to living by fundamental, spirit-based principles. Long before our current system took root, the civilization of Mesopotamia was creating the very foundations of knowledge. The Library of Ashurbanipal, the last great king of Assyria, housed an astonishing collection of over 30,000 clay tablets written in cuneiform, the world's first writing script. This library was not merely a repository, it was the engine of the world's most advanced civilization at its time. The Mesopotamians gave us 60-minute hour, the zodiac, and even used the early forms of algorithms and calculus to predict astronomical phenomena. Their worldview offers a profound mirror to our own. They believed the gods wrote messages on the world. The stars were the heavenly writing, and the liver of a sacrificed sheep was the tablet of the gods. While their methods of divination, like examining sheep entrails, seem strange today, their process was a model of rigorous evidence-based inquiry. Findings were checked by multiple diviners, sometimes up to 11, and results were tested and validated. This shows us a timeless human quest to make sense of an unpredictable world and impose meaning and control through careful observation and reason. Their story reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge at any age is our fundamental tool for navigating reality. In the face of external chaos, Stoic philosophy provides an unshakable internal compass. The core tenet of Stoicism is distinction between what is within our control and what is not. The philosopher Epictetus taught that the only things truly up to us are our own thoughts, judgments, and our decisions. Everything else, our possessions, our reputation, the actions of others, is an external over which we have no control. This philosophy is a master tool for liberation because it reframes the source of our happiness. The Stoics held that when we tie our happiness to externals, we make ourselves slaves to them. True freedom is found in focusing exclusively on our own virtuous responses. As the Stoic guide teaches, there is only one road to happiness. Let this rule be at hand morning, noon, and night. Stay detached from things that are not up to you. This is not passivity. It is the ultimate empowerment. It is the realization that no external force, no predatory lender, no corrupt official can control your inner world unless you cede that power to them. This mindset allows you to act in the world from a place of principle, not reaction. The Bible, across both Old and New Testaments, is a sustained narrative of liberation from slavery into freedom. This freedom is presented not merely in a political state, but as an internal and spiritual condition. The New Testament, the central promise is that where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom, and that it is for freedom that Christ has set us free. This freedom is defined as release from an enslaving power of sin and the oppressive weight of legalistic systems. The biblical path warns against us using freedom as a license for self-indulgence, which simply creates new forms of bondage. As stated in 1 Peter, live as free people, but do not use your freedom as a cover-up for evil. Live as good slaves. Similarly, Paul writes, "You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly and with love." This creates a powerful blueprint. True freedom is not freedom from responsibility, but freedom to serve a higher principle and your community with love. It is a freedom that is exercised through moral responsibility and mutual care, a direct antidote to the selfish consumerist freedom sold by modern systems. Indigenous wisdom traditions offer a crucial tool that many others lack, a spiritual framework for our relationship with the earth and each other, based on the understanding that all life is sacred and interconnected. In her book, Sacred Instructions, Cherie Mitchell, a Penobscot Indian, draws on the knowledge of the First Nations to address environmental justice, healing generational trauma, and collective survival. This wisdom teaches that our traditional stories set the framework for our belief systems, that decolonizing our language and stories is a critical step toward restoring balance. A central and powerful concept from this tradition is the seventh generation principle. Originating with the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, this principle dictates that every decision we make today must be considered for its impact on the seventh generation to come. This expansive long-term thinking is a direct challenge to the short-sighted, quarterly profit-driven mindset that drives corporate and political predation. It frames us not as owners of the land, but as ancestors and caretakers with a sacred responsibility to those yet unborn. This principle provides a profound why for our actions, connecting today's struggles to the well-being of our descendants 175 years from now. When you place these traditions side by side, a universal path emerges. Across axial age civilizations, from Confucianism and Taoism in China to Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism in India, to monotheism in Israel, a common spiritual consensus appeared. These diverse traditions all point to a similar journey. They acknowledge a spirit that exists and is found within. They recognize that we often live in a fallen or illusory state that creates a sense of separation from this spirit and from each other. They provide a way or a path out of this state, leading to liberation and freedom. Following this path results in an awakened state, ending our spiritual longing and leading to a natural outpouring of compassion and service to all beings. The most famous expression of this consensus is the Golden Rule, articulated in every major wisdom tradition, from Christianity's "do unto others as you would have them do unto you," to the Buddhist teachings of "kill nor cause another to kill." The message is the same. Our freedom is bound up in the freedom of others. This is the ultimate key. The systems that prey upon us rely on division, on making us see each other as enemies to be defeated or resources to be exploited. The ancient tools all guide us back to the truth of our interconnectedness. These texts and traditions are not relics. They are the library of the awake. They are the pole offered to us across millennia, providing the leverage we need to lift ourselves out of the quicksand. They teach us that the first revolution is internal, a reclamation of your mind, your spirit, and your moral agency. From that solid ground of inner sovereignty, we can then begin the external work of building a world that reflects this ancient, enduring truth. The tools are here. The library is open. All that is required is that we choose to read, to learn, and to build.